Woo! Good morning. Good morning. I have got me a little bit of my mix. I've got a little bit of this mix that I made up yesterday, put it in the refrigerator. It's banana, apple, plum, peach, spinach, turmeric, and tastes like banana. It's got all that stuff in it and it tastes like banana. But it's not too bad. Got a nice texture to it. Nice texture to it. Woo! I'm sorry I'm so late, everybody. That's just life. That's just life. Yesterday, had things going on, and then this morning had things going on. Actually, Blenda's been gone. Y'all might remember, well, some of you might remember. About 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years ago, Blenda went out of town, and her and Paul went up north to Niagara Falls, but anyway, it took a long way to get there. So I made this series called Blenda Left Me series. And it was just a bunch of goofiness. Me and my daughter was here. And just a bunch of goofiness. Well, my wife left me again. She left me again. And she had to go stay with her mother. Her mother's been down. Her mother has all kind of, she's had joint issues since she was born. But hey, y'all, I guess I'll say hello to the folks in the stream. I just get on here and I get to talking, get to yapping. There's Blaine Rayleigh, Creative Travel. I call him Deacon. There is Jesse and Lisa. Good morning, everybody. There's our friend Leanne, Pennsylvania girl from Mennonite Farmhouse. Good to see you. Yeah, as long as I'm not a dollar short, I never am a dollar short. You got to have a dollar to be a dollar short. But good morning. Good to see you. There's Tim and Trinity, Blue Collar Homestead. Good to see you, my friends, up there in West Tennessee. Anyway, Blenda left. She's been gone since Saturday. And the reason is my mother-in-law, she couldn't get out of bed. I mean, she really couldn't. She was having a time. And so she had to have somebody over there pretty much all the time, which my father-in-law is normally there, but he had to go to Arkansas for some kind of business. And so he left Saturday. So she's been over there since Saturday, which I seen her Sunday because she did come to church. One of the daughter-in-laws came and stayed with her Sunday, at least part of the Sunday morning. And then she went back. We went over there Monday. Me and Paul went over Monday evening and ate because Blenda had cooked something. So we went over there and ate. And anyway, so Blenda's been gone. And when Blenda gets gone, my brain don't operate just right. And my sleep habits get all mixed up. And had worked myself into, I'd work myself where I would go to bed fairly early and get up fairly early. And that's been working out great. I mean, it works out great because I get, 6, 7, 8 hours of sleep. Probably not. Probably about that much. And get up early, go do my walk while it's still cool, and then get back, get all my animals fed, get the garden and stuff watered, everything that I need to do. And then, you know, I have plenty of time. But last couple of days, it was, I'm just, like last night, I fell asleep about 8, a little after 8. And I slept good, y'all. I slept great till about 11 o'clock. And then at 11 o'clock, I woke up thinking I'd done slept all night, but I woke up, it wasn't even the next day. So, anyway, so I stayed up till probably 2 something because I couldn't go back to sleep, 2:30ish. And I finally did go back to sleep and didn't get up till about 6:30ish this morning. And it was taking a hard time for me to get around. I don't know why I'm telling y'all that. What I miss? Good morning there, Bill. Cannon Majors. That's right. That's some good stuff there. Y'all, he had a pretty good onion harvest and putting up tomatoes and mater sauce. And I love tomatoes. Yeah, I done told y'all that one time. I got a whole bunch of them over there on the countertop that I washed yesterday or day before, a week or two, or a month ago. One or the other. Sometimes they stay on the countertop for a long time till I finally get around to putting them in the pantry. But I just love them. I just love them. How do you not love a tomato? Good morning, Paul. Good to see you. I like that you put thing on Facebook yesterday, the Rocky Mountains. And it looked like Sylvester Stallone, Rocky, you know. He was, Adrian. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. Hilarious. Oh, you putting up, hey, I seen all them tomatoes you had. You had what, 200 and something pounds of tomatoes? That's just crazy talk there. Crazy talk. Good morning, evening, I guess. And Ed, good to see. What can I do with a heap of lettuce besides salad? What can you do with a heap of lettuce besides salad? Just make different kinds of salads. There's all kind of salads that you can make. Put different toppings and stuff. Change it up. But I don't really know what you do. Put it on a sandwich. Make a lettuce wrap. You can make a lettuce wrap. They make lettuce. I think that's what they call them. Where instead of using bread, they use the lettuce. You know. I'm sure somebody in here's got some pretty good ideas. Your tomatoes are barely on the vine yet. Oh my goodness, mine's about done. Actually, I got some that I planted a little bit later. That's still, but some of them that I planted first, they about done. They about done. The heat done got them. Heat done got them. Separation anxiety. I get it. Probably is. It probably can't. It probably is. Look at there. I knew somebody'd have a good idea. Dehydrate and add to soups and casseroles. I never thought about dehydrating lettuce. That's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Hey, Tiny Islam. I hope I'm saying that right. I thought it was called Missing His Wife. Yeah, it's probably a little bit of both. It's you know how it's just odd when you're used to somebody being here all the time, especially like your spouse, and then they're gone. Now, Paul, he was gone for about a week, about 10 days. He went to Alabama with a friend of his and his family, and they had like a place over there where they parked their RV, and he said it was super nice. And I kind of miss old Paul too. Belinda says it's because of all the work he does around here, but I don't believe that. But he does. Paul always been a good little helper and worker around the house. Canned tomatoes with no inside. We're about 3/4 way through our 242 pounds. I knew it was 200 something pounds. More red ones are ready to pick now. That's all right though. You have plenty. I love to have my maters, and I love to have them canned because you can use them in anything, stews. But I mean, we like the mater gravy. But I mean, you can use them in all kinds of stuff to thicken stuff up with. And I made last night, me and Paul, I went and got a pound of shrimp, and we mixed up some sauce that we had. We already had the sauce canned, pepper, some garlic that we grew, and the pepper we grew it too. And so basically, I just had to buy the shrimp because we don't grow shrimp. I wish we did. But we made up like a tomato sauce, which I used a roux to thicken it up a little bit. And then added the shrimp right at the last minute, like the last 5 minutes. And we put it over rice. It was good. It was good. Good stuff. Good morning, Miss Virginia. Always good to see Miss Virginia. Y'all, I've got some questions that I'm hoping some of y'all smart people and even dumb people might know. It feed a whole lot of that. Let's feed a whole lot of rabbits, I guess. We grow at least 5 bushels of tomatoes a year. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of tomatoes. A lot of tomatoes. But I'm learning, y'all. I mean, I've grown tomatoes pretty much all my life, but I've never grown them, never put any thought into them. This year, probably one of the best tomato growing seasons we've had. Oh, Bill from Last Days Homesteading sent me some seeds, some Empire seeds, and those were good tomatoes. I think they're a hybrid tomato. They were good tomatoes. And probably the best ones out of all of them that I've grown. I grew some Marion tomatoes, but I can't remember what's what out there now. I get them all mixed up and plant them at different times. And anyway, I guess I need to do a better job of labeling it or figuring out what I've got. 70 quarts of tomato sauce, about 40 pints of salsa. Tomato soup is up to make tomato soup out of it. It's really not that bad. It does have a little banana-y taste, and I don't think my banana was quite ripe. And so, you know how a banana tastes when it's not quite ripe. But I've got 2 more up there, and I got some more apples. And I'm thinking about putting some blueberries. We got plenty of blueberries. We put up, I don't know how many blueberries. So we got a bunch of blueberries. Hey, Katie. Good to see you. Good morning. Appreciate you stopping in and saying hello. I know you on your way to work. Hello, David. Good to see you, my friend. Can you freeze cabbage for later? Ask Leanne or one of these folks. They know. I'm sure that's who you're asking, because I don't know all that kind of stuff. I didn't know. Somebody was telling me about freezing. You can't freeze lettuce and stuff. I think it was Boots and Bound and Casey, and they laughed at me because you don't freeze lettuce. I don't know. What I know. So I don't know about cabbage. Cabbage may be the same thing. Now, I have canned cabbage. I don't know if you're supposed to, but I can it, and it's pretty good. I like it. I mean, cabbage needs to be blanched in quarters. There you go. There you go. My cabbage didn't do too good this year. I mean, I think I got maybe 2 heads out of my cabbage. I had like 30-something, 30, 40. And then we had incredible freeze late. One that we, that's what I heard. I mean, that's what people say. But I did it, and I've eaten it. I've eaten it a year later, and I mean, I figured if it gets heated up, as long as it gets heated up, and I don't know why you can't. I'm sure there's a reason behind it, and you probably know the reason, but I don't. It hadn't affected me at all. Hadn't affected me at all, other than that third eye out the back of my head. Yeah, isn't that right? If you'd have fresh cabbage, fresh watermelon year round, you'd be fine. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So anyway, Blenda's been gone, but she's coming back this evening. I think he's supposed to get back this evening. And so she'll be home. And I'm hoping my sleep schedule will work out. Hey, Grape Jams, appreciate you coming in. I hope you're doing well. I hope all them girls up there doing well. I seen where they sang the national anthem for some kind of event. I was so proud of them. I was over here just a beaming because they was out there doing that. I don't know why. I'm sure everybody in here that follows along with them, they pull. We all pulling for them. We all want them to do so good because they're just great girls. And anyway, thank you, Tim. Appreciate you coming in. I know a lot of stuff going. You got 240 something pounds of tomatoes. Yeah, if y'all was wondering, that's the Vineyard Chicks mom. Vineyard Chicks mom, which I don't know if I've ever seen her. I've seen the dad. I think his name is, he may not want his name out, but I've talked with him. They take after their awesome mom. There you go. Look at old Jesse trying to get in some points there. I have a hard time following people. A lot of y'all do your lives at night, and my lives at watching at night has dropped down considerably. Every now and then I put it on my phone, and I hate commenting on my phone because you can't really tag anybody. Hey, David, man, I appreciate that. David's always been real good about sharing out things, and I do appreciate it. Y'all get over and check him out. Rustic Outdoors. He's a good supporter of a lot of channels. He does a lot of fishing and things of that nature, but good guy too. I feel lost without my wife, whether I'm at home without her or if I'm traveling. I see why God gave us a blessing of our spouse. He knew we needed our help. That's right. That's right. Hey, I need mine. And you know what? I used to think I was so independent. I could do anything, but I'm not. I really I don't know what I'd do without her. Hey, Marie. Good to see you. Our Okie homestead. Always good to see Marie. You should try a BLT with a fried green tomato. Ooh, I love fried green tomatoes. Fried green tomatoes and a BLT. I mean, there you go. There's that lettuce. You can put that lettuce on a BLT with a fried green tomato. Of course, and that's trying to eat a little bit healthier. And but I've got to do Holman, Doug and Carolyn Daniel over there at Holman's Homestead tagged me to do a sandwich, some kind of sandwich. I'm going to let Paul do it. He said he had an idea he wanted to do something with it. So I said, I'm going to let him do it. But I'll be in there because, I mean, I got to watch him. He ain't no telling what he'll come up with. Community is great. Inquisitive Angela is only 50 watch hours away. May I ask for folks to run her playlist to get her over that hump, please? Sure will. Hey, Leanne, aren't you a moderator? If you're a moderator, throw her link up. If not, maybe somebody else can. I thought for sure you was a moderator, though, but I may be wrong. I was wrong on Scott the other day. And I think he was at one time. I don't know what happened. Anyway, it's just one of those things. Oh, you're very, very welcome. Very welcome. And I mean them too. You woke up later than I did. I'm with you there. I'm independent. I'm dependent in Lisa. There you go. Yeah. Made of gravy or tomorrow gravy. Made of gravy. There you go. Post her link. Jesse's got you. You're not a mod? I'm sorry, Leanne. I'll fix that. Hey there, Andy. Look. And it's on the Duck Commander glass. I don't think it can be a smoothie because it's not that smooth. It's got, I guess if I'd done it up a little bit more. Hold on there, Mennonite, Leanne. I'm gonna hook you up because I don't know why I didn't. I mean, I think. Let me turn that off. I thought for sure. I thought for sure I had you on there. There you are. Let's see. Add as a moderator. Put you as a managing moderator. Save. There you go. You good to go. You should be blue. I'm blue. I'm telling you. Somebody, hey, Wendy, good to see you. Always good to see Wendy. Hardknack Farms, she's got one of the greatest, I guess it's a greenhouse is what it's called. It's just the coolest thing. Looks like the Amazon jungle in there. I mean, it's something. There you go. There you go. And I thought for sure, yeah, Jesse put up Angela's Inquisitive Farmhouse link there. Yeah, I thought I could have swore I put Leanne as a moderator early on, but maybe I'd intended to. I love fried green Mary. Now I'm hungry. Preacher say the prayer so we can take up offering and then eat. There you go. Oh, goodness gracious. I drank a green smoothie. It's green in the cup. Actually, it's kind of green. Well, I don't know if you can see up in there. It's kind of greenish. You need a stronger blender. Green chutney. Uncle Si Chuck. Hey, there's a KK. KK, Joyful Noise. And no, I guess it's KK. I'm just assuming it's KK. Good to see you. It's always good to see you. Boy, y'all are getting good with y'all singing and your harmony. I like that. I don't know who arranged your harmony on the national anthem, but I like that. That was really good. I want to talk about something. I'm just trying to get down. I got some folks going over there to Angela and subbing. Can I pin the comment of Angela needing watch hours to the top? I can try. Let me get back over here to the YouTube. Can I do it from? No, I think I got to do it from the YouTube side. Let's see. Pin message. Boom. Did you see that? I'm on top of things. Chuck, YouTube can swipe the wrench. Can they? That ain't good. I don't know why they would do that. Let's talk about something. Okay. Hey there. Hold on. I got to say hello to everyone in chat. Hey, Deb. It's good to see you. Vitamix. I don't know what Vitamix is. Oh, Ninja. Oh, it must be something to do it in. Okay. Chuck is awesome. That's right. Jesse, read that. I need to pin that one. To the top. All right. Y'all, I've been doing. You don't think you ever been a mod? I'm so sorry, Leanne. That just hurts my feelings. It really does. Leanne was one of the first ones that I actually had on the channel on one of my lives. It's been a couple of years, I think, a little over a year and a half or so. I can't remember now, but it's been a little while. All right, I've been doing some thinking, y'all, and I know that's dangerous, but I'm very curious about this gardening stuff. I've really gotten more into it the last year and this year. I've been adding some things, trying to figure out some things. Got my little greenhouse out there now that I built over the past winter. Got me some rabbits and chickens and stuff, and I'm really enjoying, knowing that I can use their manure as to compost it in and use it as fertilizer and stuff. But I have learned that I don't know anything. I don't know any. I mean, all my life, all I've done was go out there and stick something in the ground, put a little fertilizer in it, and I'm good. And it works. I mean, it works. But what I want to do and what I've been looking at is, I think they call it regenerative farming, or some people call it no-till gardening. Basically, what it is trying to preserve the microorganisms in your soil. Okay. And when you have the microorganisms in your soil, then it makes for a healthy plant. And if you got a healthy plant, then it wards off a lot of the diseases and the pests that you can get from unhealthy plants. Well, it's kind of like Back to Eden garden, but Back to Eden would probably be a subset of this, because I mean, they got the Roost Out gardening, they got the Back to Eden garden, they got the no-till garden, they got just all different kinds of names for it, but it's all kind of the same process. But what I'm talking about is what I've been reading up on, what I've been trying to study up on, is they say that you got to have actual live roots in the lasagna gardening. That's right. There's so many different names for it. But they all have their own little variations. But the whole concept is, because you got a whole different world up under your feet outside. Well, you also got it in the air. There's little bugs and stuff and things that, I say bugs, but living organisms all around, right? There's good, there's bad. And if you get it all working in the right manner, then it makes for like healthy soil. Like all these little things in the ground, it's like a food chain. I like to think of it. You remember the little picture where they got the little fish and they got a little bigger fish behind it with its mouth open, a little bigger fish behind it with the mouth open, a little bigger fish with the mouth open, so forth and so on. And they got all that up under soil, eating everything. And the things under the ground have the nitrogen and the potassium, and they get the minerals from the soil, which, from my understanding, all the soil, the dirt, the sand, silt, and clay, all that has minerals in it. But it has to be basically kind of mined out by all these little things. Yes, sir, Bill. Good to see you. Yeah, don't let your taters get rained on. Regenerative agriculture, what it looks like. I probably have watched that. Taking used bedding, put it in your garden beds during downtime. I even spread used bedding around our pecan trees. Huh. See, I've seen that one. The difference is, talking about putting down the bedding. The difference is they use more of a cover crop during the downtimes, like during the winter times. They'll use stuff like winter rye or clover or wheat or whatever. I don't know when the proper time to plant sunflowers. You might could plant them now and probably still have a crop before the freeze would get them. But I had some that just come up last year, but they make such a big root system and they mine the soil. And basically what it is, from what I understand, it goes into the ground and then you don't rip it out. You cut it off and leave the roots in the ground. That way, And I know I'm not making much sense. I understand that. I never do. Hey there, pour out what's in that side glass over your garden. Yeah, you got to have organic material, and most sunflowers are around 62 days. Okay, yeah. See, I'd have plenty of time. I'd have plenty of time. Hey there, Mike, Terry, whoever, while trying to do errands. Yeah, I understand that. I do that too. I throw on a live and I'll be in there doing stuff because I mean you only got so many hours in a day. You got to get stuff done. Chop and drop. That's a term that's used. David the Good uses that term a lot. But there's so many different variations, and I like the concept. I like the concept of all this stuff in the ground eating one another. And I think when I get excited about something, of course, my kids had to suffer. And because I had to tell them about it. And I was talking about, they got these little things, microorganisms in the ground, and they have a carbon to nitrogen ratio that they survive by. And this one has 30-1, and this one only has 5-1, but the 30-1 eats the 5-1. So he's got to eat 6 of those to get his carbon up to 30, but then he gets his nitrogen up to 6. So he's got to get rid of 5 nitrogen so he can maintain that 30-1 carbon ratio. And then their eyes start glazing over. They start glazing over and their mind starts to wander. You can actually see them, the cloud above their head as they go off into another world, another land, while I'm trying to speak. But it's interesting to me. It's fascinating. Here's one of the glazed over eye guys right now. But it's kind of like I have conditioned them because all their life I have given them lectures when they've gotten in trouble. They would much rather have me take my belt off and bring them to the room and give them licks instead of having me sit them down and give them a lecture. They say, please, Daddy, go whip us. Please whip us. And I say, no.
I don't mind if I go crippled.
I say, no, you're going to sit here and listen to this lecture. Anyway, so my lecture, my kids have to suffer through these lectures. Talking to that looked too well. D, did I say hello to you? I don't know if I did or not. I was in another world. My eyes were glazing over because I was talking. Good to see you, D. Like-minded folks, we all going down the soil life rabbit hole. That's right. That's because they're thinking about a glazed donut rather. Now I want a glazed donut. But okay, back to the soil. I was thinking about it. If you have healthy soil, then you have healthy plants. If you have healthy plants, then it wards off disease. And if you ward off disease and pests, it got me thinking about the body. Okay. Our bodies are suited to heal itself. And if you got healthy, if all the stuff inside of all them living organisms inside of you is working, and sorry, Andrea. Sorry, I hate you had to. If everything inside of you is working good and healthy, then it wards off disease, right? Am I thinking right, or am I going way off course? I don't think I'm going too far off course with that. I mean, it makes sense. If it works for the soul, it ought to work for the body, right? And another thing, it's got to have water. Now, you don't want it to flood it with water, but it's got to have water, because that's what all these things live in. They got to have water to live in, and to survive. So, Paul, you might need a bigger bowl than that.
When was the last time you got the eggs?
It's been a few days. It's been like 3 days. Now I'm causing you to get glazed. Hey, at least I'm not talking about breaking an arm or something. God made it all work together when it's done naturally. Well, it makes sense. It makes sense because if your soil's not healthy, then you got to add all the fertilizers, right? You got to add the herbicides to prevent the disease. You got to add the fertilizers to add the nutrients. You got to add the pesticides to get rid of the bugs. You got to do that if you're going to have a mater, to have mater gravy. You see what I'm saying there? But if your soil's healthy and you don't need all that stuff, then it'll grow and it'll do fine. Same thing with the body. Same thing with the body. And let's talk salsa. Hey, come on up, Jesse, and I'll let you talk about salsa. They got a salsa video. But anyway, the body ought to be good too, right? And so if your body's fine, then it wards off diseases. It wards off pests and all that. Then you didn't worry about the math. We just layered cardboard and green, brown, whatever, then planted seeds in small amounts of soil, and we had some pretty healthy. See, that's right. That's right, Deb. And that's what I'm thinking, because I can't get into the science of it too much because it's way over Chuck Lee's head, way over my head. But I like the thought of having plants in the ground. That just makes sense to me. And since I can make my own compost, since I got rabbit manure, I got chicken manure, I can add all that stuff, the organic matter to it that will help in some of the nutrients and minerals and things that they need. Know what I mean? Know what I'm talking about? Know what I'm throwing out your way? The body. And if your body's healthy, then it does the same thing, right? But you got to have water. You got to have water. That's my problem. That's my problem. I don't like too much water. Your tag isn't working. I'm sorry. Howdy, everyone. Y'all, now we got the man in the house. Got a Buc-ee's cup. Hey, tell us about that salsa.
Well, I don't want to take your subject off of your regenerative. I'm talking about let's regenerate some salsa is what I'm talking about.
Let's regenerate some salsa. Well, I want to hear because you and Lisa made. Well, Lisa. Okay.
Lisa made it. I was just standing there acting, like a statue, just videotaping for her.
Hey, but you got to put it all together. You got to work it into a tapestry of art.
Oh yeah. In fact, I even had help this time. Pancho was with me.
Pancho, yeah. See, hey, Lisa. Brenda's here. Hey, Brenda. Good to see you.
So good morning, Brenda. Better say hi to Brenda, because if you don't, you're gonna bear the wrath. Oh yeah, here you go. There it is, folks. Fresh Texas salsa right there, folks. It don't get no better than that.
I like salsa. I love
and I'm not much of a tomato fan, but I eat salsa all day long. I don't like my tomato. I don't like tomatoes on my hamburgers, but I'll eat salsa all day long, or I put it on tacos or something. But tomato or just regular mater sliced up, nah, that's not my thing.
I love them.
That's not my thing. No,
I love them. I love to put a little pepper and salt and garlic and
I'm gonna say this because I know you'll guard my secret, because you're not the type to go around spreading rumors. You're not really the gossiping kind.
I'm not the gossiping kind.
So
I won't tell anybody but my Facebook page.
Okay, don't tell nobody. But we made this video for one person because they asked for a video on how to make salsa. So we did it, and that person hadn't even watched my video.
Are you kidding me?
I'm gonna have to go call Fred Sanford all over her. I'm telling you.
Well, no, need to send them a note.
I tagged her. I tagged her in the video.
Oh, but, did you?
This girl's like she's like a those little gnats that are always. Yeah. She's so busy she ain't got time anyway. No, I'm just picking, but no, we made the video because there was a request for it, and it came out awesome. If you
Well,
haven't watched Lisa's salsa video, y'all need to go check it out. It just came out a couple days ago, Thursday. I think it was Thursday.
Now, I really like y'all's videos, Jesse. Y'all are interesting, and when you put it together, you got the actually the video editing and stuff is very, very good, and so it makes it not boring to watch. So so I like it when you come out with a video, and you don't come out with a ton of them like some people
No,
do
I'm
2,
not.
3 a week.
No, I don't do that. It's because it takes me a long time to edit.
Yeah.
It takes a long. It takes me. I mean, if you want to do a fairly decent job, it takes they say 1 hour for every minute of video that you put out.
1 hour per minute.
1 hour per minute. That's putting in the music, that's putting in the transitions, that's adding the lines, putting in comments, whatever you got to do. On average, for those who are just starting, like us, it's about an hour per minute of video. So if I put it at a 30-minute video,
that's a long time.
Yeah,
that's a week.
I've gotten better. I've gotten better though. But you say on average, if you start, and I use DaVinci Resolve. It's not one of your easier, start or it's not one of your startup programs. It's a pretty in-depth program.
You look fine to me, Jesse, but Brenda, she
my light's fine. If I took it off, you wouldn't be able to see me. Then you'd think I was a ghost.
Bye, KK. Thank you for coming.
Hey, KK, they did a great job there tonight. Did you notice that? Man, that was an awesome little concert for those girls. And that's their first outdoor concert, folks. If you were there, you witnessed, or you can go back and watch it. But if you watched it, it's their very first outdoor concert by themselves. So I was proud. I was like a proud papa.
That's right. That's what I would say. That's how I feel, when I see them accomplish something like that. I just proud all over more than any place else.
But so all them tomatoes you got there on the counter, you can make some good salsa. Just saying.
Now, I like salsa, but I can't eat it because it's got onions.
You don't have to put onions in your salsa. You can, but you don't have to.
I know that. But if you go to a restaurant or someplace like that, they're going to have onions in it.
Right. But if you're eating salsa without onions, that's like eating peanut butter without the jelly. Just saying. No, but another thing is you need to do is when you cut those tomatoes up, save the skins and the cores, because you can dehydrate those and make tomato powder. And then you can make tomato paste out of tomato powder and so forth.
Paste out of tomato powder.
Yeah.
Now I've done that. I've saved my.
Lisa doesn't let none of that tomato go to waste.
I've got a jar of.
Well, I take that back.
Somewhere in there.
I take that back. It does go to my waste.
It goes to your way.
so.
Well, it takes a little bit. I mean, it takes a whole lot of tomato peels to make the powder.
Yes, it does.
And this is something else you canned the other day.
What does
that look like to you? Can you tell without me showing you the lid?
It's not written on yet.
Oh, it's not written? Okay.
No.
So was that?
It's got some orange in it.
Well, it's kind of pinkish.
Kind of pinkish red. Yeah, pinkish red.
I don't know what it is.
Did it look like pears?
You said you had a watermelon too?
I thought it was either pears or pineapple.
No, this is watermelon rind.
Pickles.
Oh, okay.
Watermelon rind pickles. So it's basically like bread and butter pickles, only this was with watermelon rind. Awesome. Okay.
They're sweet. They come out.
They're very sweet. Nothing goes to waste on that watermelon, except for the little thin membrane of the green on the outside. That's the only thing that she throws away. But the inside of that rind is all pickled, or processed as a pickled rind.
Vinegar,
come out really good. I was impressed. I'd never tried it until
I've heard of that. I've heard of people doing that with their watermelon rind, but I've never done it.
Chuck, in the old days, they didn't let nothing go to waste. They used everything from just about everything. They didn't let nothing go to waste. So,
I throw my watermelon rinds to the chickens.
Well, that's good too.
Well, if it's good for the chickens, it's good for you.
That's right. I wonder. I wonder, how hard is it to get that off that rind?
So it's not very hard. What you're doing is you're cutting off the green, the outside green the cover.
It's just time consuming.
Yeah, it's just time consuming. But
Yeah.
once you scrape all that off, then you can just chop up the others either with a knife, or if you got one of them, things that you turn and it slices it. It's easier to just cut it with a knife. But it doesn't take much. It's taking that green part off.
Right. That's what.
Yeah.
I figured. I guess you cut it in slices and.
Yeah, it's the part between the green and the red. The red is obviously the watermelon.
Right.
But the part between the green and the red is what she's cutting up in real thin. She makes them real, like probably 1/4 inch thick slices, and then she pickles them.
Okay. No, I was trying to figure out where Paul was. I wonder if he'd come back in. I didn't. He's like a ninja. He comes in and out all the time. It's called a vegetable peeler. But watermelon can get pretty big. Watermelon, and to try and peel that with a.
Yeah,
Well,
Lisa said she tried the vegetable peeler. It was too hard. It was just easier to get a real sharp knife and just thinly slice it.
That's what I would think. I think a good sharp knife, and you could probably make short work of it. Because I've used that on some things. I'm trying to think, like cantaloupe.
Now, if Lisa probably had a Pampered Chef version of the peeler, like what Miss Leanne probably has. So we don't. That's high dollar. That's that Pampered Chef. For the Pampered Mennonites.
Yeah.
Then we might have been able to do it with that, but we're not that level yet.
No. Well, just keep striving, keep walking up that hill. One day you'll get there.
I'm about 100 subs light of that.
Hey, you'll get there.
No,
you know what I got? I got. It sounds silly, but I won it. It's been several months ago from Janice over Where to Begin Home. Where to Begin a Homestead. And she sent, I won this thing. It's like a Ziploc bag holder.
Okay. Right, like a little spring loaded thing.
Yeah, kind of. It just kind of comes up, and then you stick the Ziploc bag in there, and it makes it easy to
fill.
And I thought when I got that, I said, I'll never use that. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, but that's something those Pampered Mennonites might have. I wouldn't have one of those either.
Hey, look, it's good. I love it. It makes life so, especially if you by yourself, because a lot of times I'm up here.
Well, you're
doing all this by myself,
and you're independent here lately, so you need it. You need it.
It's been rough, Jesse. It's right. Look, I'm losing my hair.
I totally understand. I'm totally independent. I depend on Lisa.
I'm going to be eating yellow meated watermelons. I have 8 melons coming from Sherman Family Farm. Say, ooh, you're gonna have to eat. You're gonna be going
save those rinds, and you can buy the pickling stuff, and just pickle that rind. You'll be surprised how good it come out. It actually is really, really good.
Look at there. Look at there. With the watermelon knife, I want it lazy days. It'd be easy to cut into that watermelon.
There you go. See,
you hooked Miss Virginia up, didn't you?
Miss Virginia got hooked up. That's right. Well, a lot of people get hooked up on this channel. Especially that Carlene Vasseur. If that girl don't win every week or every other week, I don't know who does. Her and that Burt Window.
I threw in most of the time I kind of hold back on not even entering anymore, but I think I did the other night on your channel, and I said I didn't win, so I took my ball and went home. No, I think I done it on one thing. I can't remember what it was, and I said, and it was in the evening, so I was kind of doing it on my phone, so I was kind of in and out and listening, but there was somebody else. Oh, Andale, yesterday.
She had a giveaway yesterday. Yes.
Yeah, she had a giveaway. She had one of them old wooden.
She calls it a husband adjuster or an Uncle Wayne's pusher.
Uncle Wayne pusher. A pusher. That's what she calls it. And I seen that. I said, "Oh, I'm going to enter for that. If I win it, she can just bring it to me in Alabama when we meet up in Alabama." But I need to. I'm going to have to contact her or Sherry or somebody that's going to Alabama to that thing and see if I can.
Did you already call the hotel?
Yeah.
Okay, good. And you're good.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
I'm good to go. Leanne, it has a watermelon knife too. She's you have nicknamed her the Pampered.
She's a pampered Mennonite. Pampered Mennonite. Everything she's got is Pampered Chef. I can't even afford a Pampered Chef. You know, I get Pampered Walmart. You know,
you got to go to thrift stores.
No, I'm Pampered Ollie's. If you go to Ollie's, you can find all that stuff like 1/3 of the price that you pay for it.
I don't know if Ollie's has Pampered Chef, but Blenda's found a bunch of stuff.
No, they don't have Pampered Chef. Well, you know what? I think they do have a few things that were Pampered Chef. We've seen it there before. Yes. Yeah.
Hey, Linda, good to see you. Appreciate you coming in.
My wife's telling me no, but look, I may not always be right, but I'm never wrong.
There you go.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you haven't been to Ollie's, you got to go check them out. They got some really good stuff in there. They got a I don't know if you ever use one, Chuck, but they got a waffle maker I want to get that you spin it. You know, you do one side and you spin it and do the other side. So you can do two sides at one time.
Yeah.
Like for $20 or $30 is cheap.
I got it.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Pampered Chef her mom sent her a Pampered Chef box. Her mom went to some Pampered Chef party here a couple of years ago. The box was jam packed with Pampered Chef stuff. That's the only reason we got the Pampered Chef stuff that we have, because my wife is pampered by her mom.
Well, that's all right. That's good.
She's the pampered daughter, the middle daughter.
She said, Leanne said, I've thought of doing an I Spy Pampered Chef in my cooking videos contest.
That would be an excellent idea. And then what you give away? A Pampered Chef item. Just saying.
There you go. Andrea mentioned something about one of them apple cores. I'm just assuming one of them that you turn and it spins the apple, and or it might be one of them that you just press onto the apple. I don't know. But I want one of them spinner ones.
Yeah, well, we got one of them. But you'd be surprised what you find at the thrift stores. We find all kinds of stuff like that. And some of it's never been used.
Yeah.
It's one of them crank, put that little apple on there, and it peels that thing, follows the contour of the apple.
Andrea, if you don't have an uppity town around there, it's probably because you are in the uppity town. Isn't that what they say if you're not?
Well, that's like Miss Ann. She's in Edenton. I said, would you go check a thrift store? She goes, I'm in Edenton. We don't have a thrift store here. Well, excuse me.
Hey, that's what we try to do. We try to go to some of these more the towns that are a little bit more uppity.
Yeah, but
they bring the good stuff.
Right. Yeah, what was that? We found all kinds of stuff at those places. Well, Lisa's first canner, it was a $300 canner on eBay, and that was used. It was one of them real big ones, and we got it for $34 at the DAV. Came with the bubbler or the hula thing where it goes off at the top, and all I did was I bought a brand new seal for it just to make sure it didn't have any leaks. But it's a $300 pressure canner that we got for $34 because I was veteran. I got a little discount there too.
Right. Well, I mean, that's a great deal.
You just never know what you find at a DAV or a thrift store or a secondhand store, or whatever they call them, repurposed, reused stores.
Right. We got the one we got. I ain't no telling how old it is. I think we got it from her mama when we first got married. But I mean, it's I hadn't had to do anything to it other than change the seal out every now and then.
Yeah. That's all you got to do is just make sure they're safe, right?
Things, yeah.
Well, Chuck, listen, I just wanted to pop on here and talk about the salsa recipe. Y'all haven't checked Lisa's salsa recipe out. It's been out a couple of days now, and you'll thoroughly enjoy that recipe. I got to go take my son to an appointment, so I'm going to have to drop down here. But I appreciate you letting me come up.
I appreciate you coming up, Jesse. You're welcome anytime.
Yeah, but I didn't want to rob from your, what do you call it, regenerative discussion.
Hey, I'm all about that. I am.
I can tell. Well, you got a point there about having a healthy garden, healthy vegetables. That means healthy you if you're going to be eating those vegetables, right?
That's right. Healthy you.
It's a cycle.
Hey, Thunderstick, appreciate
all
you.
Right.
Jesse, just y'all be careful going all around. And,
we're heading out.
Well, I'm about to get off here anyway. I got to get out and do some weed eating. So,
all right. Bye.
We'll see you. Thunderstick, appreciate you coming in. What was I going to tell y'all? I don't remember now. Yeah, I got to get out there and get some weed eating done. It looks kind of cloudy out there. I wonder if it's supposed to rain today. I hadn't even checked the weather. But I've been putting up some seeds, for next year to plant. Doing a lot of canning. Got some canning going on. And thinking about my garden and I got an idea on my garden, how I want to do it to make it more manageable, make it neater, and make it more regenerative. Squirrel. But just as the soil, I'm going to say this and then I'm going to have to get off. The soil, if it's healthy, it gives you healthy plants. Your body, if your insides are healthy, it makes it a healthy you. It wards off diseases, right? Just like the soil wards off the disease of the plant. Your spiritual, if you're spiritually healthy, it wards off the diseases too. So y'all keep that in mind. Y'all, hey, if you don't know the Lord, you need to know him, because we all going to have to face that long home one day. But I appreciate all of y'all coming in. Makes my day every time I do it. Sometimes I think, I don't know if I'm going to do a live. Then I get to thinking about all of y'all and say, well, I do like to visit with my friends. So it makes it good that I can do that. And I appreciate y'all coming in. Appreciate your conversation on the chat. I appreciate y'all making people feel welcome when they come in the chat, and always making me feel very welcome too. God bless y'all, and I hope y'all have a fantastic rest of the week. We'll talk to you later.